All right. So, my partner Raz and I, we're going to do a little experiment. Uh, you have people talking about masks, no masks, right? Pandemic is real, it's not real. So, trying desperately to stop the nonsense. So, sometimes people need to, sometimes people just need to see the money, so to speak. So that's what we're going to do right now. So, here's your Honeywell 4 gas meter. All right, it's reading 000, hydrogen sulfide, carbon monoxide, and a lower explosive limit. And then down here, which is the most important thing right now, let's take this cover off. All right, I'm going to regret that later, but it's easier. And you can see 20.9% oxygen. That's normal for ambient air, 29.9% oxygen. We're breathing mostly nitrogen in the air, believe it or not. So there's some jackwagon on YouTube that's got a, now this meter, by the way, I just calibrated it this morning, about a half hour ago, not even. The meter itself is less than 5 years old. As a matter of fact, this meter I think is 2. But this guy, this jackwagon on YouTube is doing something totally ridiculous, trying to talk about the mask. We'll talk about the mask in a minute, but I just want to show you something with the oxygen levels. And he's got a meter from like 1980. All right, he doesn't keep it in the video while he's doing the experiment. And he takes a drop tube and he shoves it under his mask. Right? Here's the deal. It takes about 5 to 10 seconds without the drop tube for this to register and purge. Now you add another second per foot. So this is what? We'll just call it 2 feet. It's really 2.5 feet, but we'll call it 2, okay? So this is gonna take somewhere around 15 seconds or so for this to purge. So as soon as I stick the tube under my mask, okay? And we'll talk about the mask in a minute, okay? Oh my God, look, it's tripping, so I have no oxygen. What's happening is when you exhale, that volume of carbon dioxide, X gases that would otherwise be in the atmosphere, that quantity will overwhelm this 1/4-inch tube, right? Come in and displace the oxygen that's in here. Okay, this is a little bit more. Frankly, it's a lot more sensitive than our body, but you can see that when you exhale, it eventually purges out of the mask. You inhale, you draw in oxygen, and that's the way it works. Are we more efficient without the mask for a respiratory system? Of course, but your body then adapts with it on. So now here's the thing. We'll talk about the mask for a minute. So a mask and a respirator, 2 different things. This is a mask, right? It's just to to block certain particulates. So this is not a dust mask. I can bring up the box later, but these are made in the USA. These are surgical masks. They're rated for airborne bacteria and viruses, or aerosolized bacteria and viruses, and that's what we're really talking about here. Will this capture dust? Yeah, it'll capture dust. Is there contact against my face? Yes. Is it perfect like a respirator like this would be? No. But here's the thing. Raz and I are 6 feet apart. We're wearing our masks. We're reducing risk tremendously just from distance. But then he's got a mask, I got a mask, right? You're reducing the risk tremendously. These masks are designed to a standard, and a viral mask, an antiviral mask, a mask that's ASTM standard. I forget. It's a 4-digit number after that. I forget what the standard is off the top of my head. But then tested by NIOSH, for verification. They are 95 to 98% effective, depending on which surgical mask that you get. So this machine is a fogger machine, right? So what we're using it for is to deploy this this product here, new Foamicide. This is a food grade antibacterial, antiviral product. All right, and when we put it in the fogger, it'll break it down to micron size. Right now I have it set for 20 microns. Your N95 mask, for instance, will go down to 0.3 microns. These, or N95 respirator, I should say, these surgical masks, they'll break it down to somewhere in the same range. Again, 98% effective. So same type, right? Same type. This one's already wet because I was fooling around with it this morning. I'm gonna put this respirator on only because,
well, this product isn't bad. It's about the quantity, Plus, now I can use this, right? Just came off my face. I was wearing it, right? See, nothing, no hidden thing in there. Now, this is what we got to do, Raz. When this comes out, we just got to make sure that we can see on the camera the product. You see the product coming out? Now that's 15 microns. That's pretty small. You can see the particles are really small. Okay, now, we're going to try and do this. We really need a third hand, but let's see. All right? I didn't do a pressure test on this, so I couldn't tell you I can only guess right now about how much pressure is coming out of there. I'm going to guess you're at least 25 psi, probably more. You could kind of tell. You could kind of see how much pressure was behind there. Even with all that force pushing there, you barely had it bubbling up and not leaving the mask. Okay? So now, as we're talking and we're wearing these masks, how is anyone going to make the argument that they don't work? Okay? There you go. Science is cool. Thank you.